New clients often ask me how I can save them time and money through the divorce process. And the solution really is that we're trying to get to the nub of the matter at a much earlier point. So we're trying to investigate what their finances are without the sort of continual battle between the other side and trying to arrange a mediation date or an appointment with a solicitor and ensuring that they've got the financial Form E all ready and prepared. What we're trying to do is we get in there before, and then we can help prepare the Form E. We can help ensure that you understand what an ISA is. What's the value of trying to take a share of a pension? Can you afford that mortgage? Before you go into the mediation session or the session with your lawyers, and then start to have those conversations, where actually it might not be apparent at that point as to whether or not you can afford it, you do need it, it makes sense for you to drive for a share of it, what have you. And that's really helpful because it saves so much time and backwards and forwards between different parties, re-explaining and seeking greater clarity in the process. We base a lot of our financial plans on the cash flow analysis and the cash flow forecasting that these plans provide. And what that does is it looks at the assets that you've got today or you're likely to be awarded in the financial settlement, or indeed the examples that we've come together to show how a financial settlement might look for you. And we then plot that into the future. So you can see, well, if I don't take any share of this pension, but I do take the family home, that's okay because I can just about afford the mortgage, but I'm going to have no money to pay into a pension, and therefore by the time I get to retirement age, I'm going to find life a little bit tricky. And we can compare that to, look, perhaps you take the hard decision, perhaps you do sell the family home and you downsize. But in doing so, we can also claim part of your other half's pension. And that then gives you two things to look at. What happens if I keep the family home and don't pay into a pension, compared to what happens if I downsize, but actually I have a little bit of money left over for a pension. And then we can plot that so you can see that when you get to 60 or 65 or whenever it is that you want to retire, how those decisions that you've made today, and you might be a long way from retiring, will affect your retirement. And it's not always about retirement, of course. It might simply be a case of, how do I get through the next couple of years? I need to go and do this educational course so that I can get away and lead an independent financial life. But I need to do that course to get the job. So this is where the financial plan really helps, because it brings clarity to the decisions that you make today and how they're going to affect you in the future.